Sage Wanderer here, coming at you from Shawnee, Oklahoma. So I just wanted to do a quick video and give you an update and a proof of life and all of that, and let you know what's going on with me. So I did sell the Shotgun Shack. That was one of the things that took up some of my time. I did put the Shotgun Shack on the market and sold it. I probably sold it for less than I could have got out of it, because from what I understand, we're experiencing hyperinflation, and I probably didn't put that into consideration when I priced it. But I'm not unhappy because it went to a good home. It went to a man who's trying to find a place for his 26-year-old son, 27-year-old son to live. And so he's been living in an RV, and so this was a blessing to them to get this, and I got what I wanted out of it, and I do not feel like I really made a mistake. I probably could have gotten more out of it because I sold it to the first guy that I contacted, or that contacted me, and he paid me what I asked for it. And then after that, I had hundreds of emails. I'm like, everyone is like, I want to buy it now. I'll take it. I'll take it. So there's like a housing crunch in Texas because everybody's moving there, and a lot of people are like this situation. They're moving back home to live with their parents. Like a relaunch kind of thing where they launched out and then they had to retreat because of the economy or whatever. And so, I probably could have gotten a few $100s more out of it, more than likely. Probably could have, but it's okay, because I honestly got more out of it than I thought I was going to get out of it, which is good. Because see, I budgeted all this into my plans. I'm not a person who goes around without some kind of financial plan. And now, do I take risks? Do I trust God? Do I venture out on faith? All the time. All the time. So I'm not claiming to be some kind of a financial wizard, other than I kind of plan out my finances like any other human does. The difference is I do it all in my head. But who could have accounted for what we're experiencing now, which is the beginnings of hyperinflation? We're definitely experiencing inflation. I just got my electric bill, and although my usage was down, my overall bill was up, and I realized that they had raised my kilowatt hour price by 20%. So there was a 20% hike in my electric bill. And the thing is, there's hikes at the grocery store, there's price hikes at the gas station, and so the money that you had is worth less. So I guess because I got more out of the Shotgun Shack than I thought I was gonna, it made up for the fact that it's costing me more for everything. And so my budget is off by up to 20%, according to my electric bill. And I imagine that all y'all are probably having that same exact phenomenon. And it affected my planning, but thankfully, I kind of saw it coming. I won't fib. I won't lie. I did see this coming, and that's one of the reasons I dragged my feet on selling the Shotgun Shack. Because I knew that if I sold the Shotgun Shack and just sat on the money, that the money would actually, because of inflation, be worth less by the end of the year that I had to move it. And so I kind of, a few months back, made a decision to put this off until the very last minute so that I could get more out of the Shotgun Shack. And that way, it would kind of counterbalance some of the inflation I was experiencing in my own purchasing. So, anyhow... So that's kind of what's been going on with me. I had to do that. That was the Shotgun Shack dance. I want to thank everyone and anyone who pitched in and helped me out and in support of this channel and the videos that I've been making. And, I'm not a person who values money highly. And I like I said in previous videos, you guys, if you know me, you know what I'm talking about. I don't have to tell it again. But I don't really, I definitely don't worship money. However, when I receive a big blessing from God, when all the things line up and it coincides specifically with some major decision or change I've made, then I tend to really think that it's a sign from God that I'm on the right track, kind of like a dog treat, kind of like a reward, So overall support for the channel has been down over the last year and a half. And that's a lot of reasons. I won't even go into why that is. But I will say this, that a bunch of things lined up for me, including gifts from my viewers, the sale of the Shotgun Shack, and a couple of other financial miracles that happened in a row to kind of pull me from, like I said, I was down to my last $100 to being set for a minute, you know. But you know me, I only live on about $1,000 a month. That's all I need. And so I got some help from people. I was down to my last buck when somebody sent me a $1,000 check. Thank you. You know who you are. I text messaged you. Another lady who sent me, I think it's a lady, excuse me if I misgendered you, but one of my viewers, let's keep it that way, sent me a package of lettuce seeds and 5 leaves of lettuce. And they were concerned that in the past they'd sent me a blank money order, and they were very concerned that they'd gotten it. And they said, well, I just prayed over it. And so I just wanted to give you confirmation. I did get all of that. Thank you. You've been helping me out for years now, and helping support this channel and keeping the dream alive and keeping the videos coming. But I think I was reaching the burnout point. And I was getting to the point where I was thinking about making a change and doing something else in life. And plus, I was getting to the point where I was fighting mad, to tell you the truth, over all of the political stuff. I was just ready to pop. I was about ready to just, like, you know, go full Rambo. You know what I mean? You know, and that's when I just had that come to Jesus moment. And, you know, God reminded me that I battle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers, and that I'm much more valuable swinging the spiritual sword than I am swinging an actual sword, even though he's put me in pretty, I've been working out lately like I'm a beast anymore. I know you can't tell it, I'm sitting down here, but I'm still at 185, but my body's changing. I'm getting fit. And so healthier than I've ever been. Now, I did recently like I'm not as healthy as I've been in, you know, the last couple of weeks. I haven't been as healthy because I stepped on a nail. And you wouldn't think stepping on a nail would mess you up, but I gave in to the old fears and the old Marine's voice in my ear about tetanus. And so I went down on a Saturday morning to the emergency room and put on this stupid mask and went in there and let them give me a tetanus shot and some antibiotics, because I stepped on a nail, and it was always a good sized nail, and it went well up in my foot. And they wanted to x-ray me, but I figured, I haven't got any bills yet, but I figured there's going to be some bills coming. And I'm like, no, thanks on the x-ray. If that had hit a bone, I'd have felt it. It's just, that's a flesh wound, but it's deep enough. I needed a tetanus shot. And between the tetanus shot and the antibiotics, it made me sick. It made me sick. I've been experiencing abdominal distress and digestive issues since about the 3rd day after the tetanus shot. And I kind of regret even doing that. But if I had to pin money onto one vaccine that I think might be worth taking, it's probably tetanus. And I imagine it was the massive antibiotic dose, because they're having me take it 4 times a day, and I never take that. So I only took about half of it and quit because it was making me so ill. And I'm still bouncing back from that. So that's been going on too, keeping me busy. And plus, it's spring, and I'm going to be uploading a video. Probably the very first video out of my hibernation I will upload is going to be this video of watching my chicks grow. And I made the mistake of telling somebody that I was going to town to pick up some chicks, and they thought I was talking about dating. But I mean actual chickens, actual little fuzzy chicks. It's springtime, it's chick time, and if y'all haven't been paying attention, the food prices are going through the roof. They're talking about supply chain issues. They're talking about massive hyperinflation. They're talking about problems getting food, getting gas. Oh gosh, the pipeline. It's everybody on the East Coast can't even get to the store because they can't get gas. And you know, so they got the trucks running gasoline, and so the food choices and the food quality and the food is going down, and the prices are going up. I'm sorry if you're hearing for this for the first time. Where have you been? And I warned y'all this was coming a year ago, and I'm glad I got started a year ago, even though we probably didn't need to grow all that food last year. It was great practice, and it was part of why I moved away from where I was, because I needed to go to where I had some water, because rainwater wasn't going to cut it if I had to grow my own food and animals and whatnot. So this place has plenty of water. My rainwater collection system has been up and running, and I've got almost 500 gallons of water in reserve. Of course, you know I have 2 wells on the property, and but anyhow, I've got of various ages. I got 16 chickens of various ages plus my original herd. So I have 21 birds right now, including 1 natural-born chick from one of my chickens who actually sat on the egg and raised me 1 little baby chick. And I got some footage of him. So I'll probably do a homestead video coming up soon. The gospel according to Sage is the thing that haunts me continuously. It's the thing I can't get out of my head. It's the thing that I chew on constantly. It's why I'm kind of almost immobilized. I can't really do anything but think about this and do the monk thing and, contemplate God, study the Bible, and take care of the animals. I have 2 dogs now. You might have heard me talk about that. I have 2 dogs. I got a second dog too. And so just the animals, that's a lot of animals. I'm looking for rabbits. I harvested my first garden salad this morning out of my container garden, and I haven't included you guys in all this. I've just been doing it. You can tell I'm kind of brown too because I've been getting plenty of sun and, just living good and being healthy other than stepping on a nail. And so I've been real busy. My sister's got lots of drama going on with her and her family, and that I won't even get into. I don't know how these people I hardly know. So I know this. I got this buddy of mine that I know pretty good from years ago, but we haven't been hanging around a long time, very much recently, since I moved to Oklahoma. He lives here, and I knew him because we knew each other in Oregon. And so he's got family drama, and somehow they've dragged me into that. I hardly know you, lady. How'd you drag me into your divorce? I don't get it. So there's been lots going on in Sage Land. And plus, I'll tell you another thing I've been doing. My secret, I won't call it a sin, we'll call it a guilty pleasure, is I haven't had a stage in so long. You know me, it's been 2 years since I've been on a stage. And although this is a stage, and I get a lot from this, it's not the same as an interaction with human beings. And I'm not really sure I want to do the band thing anymore. So I've been sneaking off to a secret location and singing 80s pop songs at karaoke. So I've been singing, let's see, I'll give you a little piece of one. Ooh, I'm so in love with you. Whatever you wanna do is alright with me. Little Al Green for you. Or Wicked Game, Chris Isaac, something like that. Just sing a little soul songs, on the karaoke stage and in little crowds, small crowds, where mostly everybody there is just there to sing. And I guess it's I don't have jam sessions anymore. I don't know, this world has changed so much. You just get what energy you can, and sometimes playing some karaoke or singing some karaoke. I never would have done it in the past, but it feels a bit like being in a band or performing, so got to get your fix where you can, I guess. I hate to go to church just to get the jazz. That's God's glory there. If I want to get a little admiration and some applause, I have to go someplace else for that, and to keep that straight. But anyway, that's what's going on with me. And gosh, the world has gone crazy. I touched on the pipeline. I touched on the food shortages. I won't even talk about the persecution of the UMPTRE supporters. People like me and you. It's another reason why I'm trying to lay low and be a little quiet, because my goodness, they're hunting us, aren't they? They're looking for any excuse to get all of us, and it's just going to get worse. But that's what I've been up to. You're going to be getting a Gospel According to Sage video soon. I've got one cut. I'm just editing it, and I may recut it. I labor over every word in that series. It's the most important thing I've ever done. It's the most important thing I've ever done. So I'm really taking it seriously. And so anyway, got some sports fans over there. But anyhow, I'm losing daylight here, and I hope this is going to come out and be visible. I don't have to reshoot it. But anyway, that's what's going on with me. And you will be getting a homestead video coming up soon. I've already got that cut. I just need to edit it. And I keep waiting for the chicks to get bigger. I'm going to show a little time lapse as they grow and as my operation expands. My guest room is now a hothouse for chicks. Not that kind of chicks. Chickens. Bark, 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 bark. I got 4 Rhode Island Reds. I got 3 Barred Rocks. I got 3 black Martells. They're puffy-headed chickens. And then I got 3 white Leghorns and then 3 brown Leghorns. And then plus my regular herd. And I got a new rooster. Oh, General Kraken. He's going to be in the video too. I call him General Kraken. That's my new video, my new rooster, and of course my new dog 22, which I've renamed Tuco, which means terrorist. I figure we might as well start wearing that one. We might all be called Tuco before it's over. We'll see you next time, and God save our republic.